welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy at the request of Patreon subscriber Crom, and this is Mono Black NecroSpawn combo. This deck comes to us as a celebration. Crom took it to a local Legacy event with the Austrian Legacy League and went undefeated and wanted to celebrate by sending it into the channel, and I'm excited to have it. Shout out to the Austrian Legacy League. I know they've been watching since pretty much day one. We get a lot of traction from Austria. This deck is a Necrodominance deck, but it's a relatively fair one. It's kind of bridging the gap between fair and unfair. There is the Necrodominance Storm deck that's kind of an all-in variation on like a Belcher or Oops All Spells kind of construction. This is not that, but it does have Soul Spikes where it can go off in the end step. This is not a fair value-oriented Necrodominance deck like we've seen out of the modern builds before it lost grief for the best, but there was sort of a mid-range, just 2-for-1 yourself into the ground until you resolve Necrodominance and then outmuscle your opponent one turn at a time. It's not quite that either, but it does have some creatures in it. Ancient Cellspawn and Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Sheoldred is exciting because you end up gaining a life per card you draw off Necrodominance instead of losing a life. You pay 10, then you gain 20. And she lets you send it with Reckless Abandon. Cellspawn is the real exciting card here, though. Each spell you cast that's a Demon Horror or Nightmare costs 1 less to cast. And whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast it was less than its mana value, target opponent loses like equal to the difference. That means when you Soul Spike, your opponent takes 7 off the Cellspawn trigger before they take 4 from the Soul Spike itself. Big gap there. And March of Wretched Sorrow, its printed mana value is 1, but X on the stack counts as its mana value. So every card you pitch into March of Wretched Sorrow is 2 damage that will be dealt to your opponent. As long as you have a creature or planeswalker to target with March, it doesn't even have to resolve. You can target your own Cellspawn, so you'll always have a creature to target. And this is a full send. If you ever get Cellspawn plus Necro together, you just pay whatever you have. You're at 20, you pay 19, and something's going to happen. Sickening Shoal, another removal spell that you can pitch black cards to cast. And we have a bunch of Thoughtseizes to clear the way, Thoughtseizes and Duresses, and then the full boat of Dark and Cabal Ritual to get off the ground. Pretty straightforward deck that allows for a lot of fireworks. Let's get into it. This is Crom's NecroSpawn combo. The 9th installment of the NYSE Vintage Open Series is coming. This 15 proxy vintage tournament with Power 9 prizes takes place on Saturday, June 14th, 2025 in Long Island, New York, and has a $500 entry fee. That's a hefty entry, but the guaranteed prizes for top 8 are Unlimited Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxen. The NYSE Open 8 went well for me last year. Someone better come stop me from getting another Lotus. Will it be you? I'll be at the NYSE Open 9 on June 14th, and I hope to see you there. Register on melee.gg or use the link in the video description. I'm on the play in round 1. I do have the Disruption. I do have the Necro. I don't have the mana for Necro. I'm just going to do a quick math check here. There are 10 Swamps in the deck. There are 8 Rituals. That's 18. And then there are 8 MDFCs. That's 26 cards I'd be happy to draw. Troll of Khazad-dûm gets you there slowly. So that's like 26.5 cards I'd be happy to draw. And my deck currently has 53 cards in it. So about 50-50 to hit in 1 turn. And I don't actually need it till turn 3. Okay, yeah, I'll keep this. I have 2 50-50s, which means 100% to hit the land. Don't check my math on that one. The interesting question for me is, do I Thoughtseize on 1 or wait to Thoughtseize on 2? If it's any kind of slow matchup, I'd rather Thoughtseize on 2, and that's closer to the turn I'm going to cast Necro, and it gives them fewer options to sculpt. But the format's so fast with Chalice of the Void, Oops All Spells, etc. All right, Force of Negation pitching Brazen Borrower. Smells like a Delver deck to me. Tropical Island. March of Wretched Sorrow. Alright, I'm going to play Boggart Bog tapped. Very bad time for my opponent to have a Wasteland. Cycling Lorien. Do we have a Beanstalk control deck? Are people still doing that? Some sort of medium range rug deck. Oh, it's Rhinos. Okay, cool. Sure. That plays. This is a deck that hits my life total pretty quickly. Oh, wow. They revealed 39 cards to this can of Rhinos, which means I'm not going to dismiss these cards. If I draw a mana source, I'm going to have to do an actual check to see how many forces were revealed. Oh, baby. All right, here we go. They've got 3 cards in their hand. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 forces. All of the wills were revealed. I only count 3 negations, but they might not be playing all of them. All right, I mean, this is what my deck does. Cabal Ritual. And I could March of Wretched Sorrow one of these Rhinos as bait. I probably should have done that first if that's what I was going to do. I'm still going to do it. Okay, Exile, Sickening Shoal, and Sickening Shoal. Oh wait, this would cost me 1 black to get the party started. Yeah, I forgot how this card works. Yeah, that just reduces it. It doesn't make it free. All right. Don't have the 1 of Force of Negation left. I'm quitting Magic. Okay, well, I'm going to Soul Spike one of these Rhinos, try to buy some time. Okay, I am behind. That was an important interaction to win, and I didn't win it. And they just shuffled their deck, meaning all of those other 6 forces are now live draws for them. Violent Outburst. I'm about to have a Violent Outburst of my own around here. Revealed another 8,000 cards. I didn't dismiss the first ones before these ones came up. Okay, so a ritual could resolve the One Ring at 2 or 4. 4. Nope, 2. I was right the first time. Math is not my strong suit. As evidenced by this 100% hit rate on my 3rd land that didn't actually happen. Or no, I drew the ritual. 100% was right. All right, we're playing against some rhinoceroses. I want to be on Barrogoyf here. I don't have to fully juke. They have Murktide Regent, so they have a little bit of graveyard stuff going on, but I'm not that worried about that. I like the Thoughtseizes and Duresses. Obviously, every mana source is required. Sickening Shoal seems really bad, actually. It doesn't gain life. This is the one I was thinking of, though, when I tried to cast March last game for just pitching. Sickening Shoal is the one that actually does that. But the life's important, and I don't have that many 4-drops to pitch. Like, there's only 5 cards in my deck, I guess, I have all these 2. There's a lot more. There are 12 cards in my deck that I could pitch to kill 1 Rhino at a 2-for-1 basis. Yeah, I'm not interested in Sickening Shoal. Plus Barrogoyf. And otherwise, same deck. Ooh, the opposite. This is just the full stable cast a thing. I'm going to try this. I have the Cellspawn, which makes the whole deck better. I don't think I'm going to cycle Troll right away. There is a use for black cards in your hand. Cycling Troll does make Barrogoyf bigger. I'm literally holding March of Wretched Sorrow, though. Yeah, I'm not going to cycle this Troll right away. Right now I have 4 lands. I'm definitely not cycling Troll, and no regrets at all. Opponent's got 2 mana over there. Oh, well. Well. I guess I should test the interaction with Cellspawn, because Necro is the more important card. Barrogoyf, not a demon, horror, or nightmare. Though I have used all those words to describe this card before. Alright, they're making a can of Rhinos in response over the top. It affects my life total. We've got 2 forces revealed to be not in the deck, or not in the hand right now. Nimble Obstructionist, nice. I am extremely pro Obstructionist, just as a magic card, and as a human being in the world. Alright, I'm going to hold on to this March of Wretched Sorrow, because I literally can't cast it, because I need a black to get it started. Someday I'll figure this out. I'll take my 8. This mana up is really annoying, because it represents hardcast Force of Negation. I could just park Barrogoyf in play, and try to play the game that way. Both lines get punished by Brazen Borrower. I'm going to go Barrogoyf. Okay, that's in there. And I can make Goyf bigger by cycling Troll or by casting March. Either one gets me up to 5 toughness. Petty Theft. All right. Well, that was always going to be annoying. I could march one of these rhinoceroses right now. I'm going to do that. Okay, target one of these, exile, troll, and necro. My opponent's going to take 4 here from the Cellspawn straight up, and then they can decide if they want to fight over this rhino or not. They force a negation. Necro from 4 life. Not ideal. And that was forced a negation, which means Barrogoyf is not bigger than the rhinos, but Shieldred is. All right, moment of truth. Oy caramba. This was a tough matchup, and boy did they have it. On to the next one. Let's not do that anymore. The BoshNRoll channel is brought to you by Tales of Adventure. DOMINATION.com has almost 100,000 unique cards in stock. They offer free track shipping on every order, plus next day or 2-day options when you have an event coming up fast. They offer on-site pickup at major Magic events throughout the US, so you're never scrambling before your tournament. Stop by their booth to buy, sell, or trade at upcoming regional championships, Magic Con, Spotlight Series, and more. I love their selection of individually scanned high-end cards that show you exactly what you're buying. And the best part is saving 5% on every order with promo code BOSH. From Ancestral Recall to Zombie Master, get what you need quickly and in one place at TOAMagic.com. Eternal lives here. I'm on the play in round 2. I have a gajillion lands, mana, and disruption. Now we have to do the reverse math of what I did last time. Cards I'd be happy to draw from this spot. There are 4, 8, 12, 15. 15 cards I'd be interested in drawing. I can just play Boggart Trawler as Boggart Trawler. I will keep this hand. I'm going to play one of the Trawlers as a land because Fell the Profane might remain useful. And then I'll keep the other Boggart Trawler back. A Boggart Bog. I am going to lead on Duress. There's so many good creatures in the format. I'll lead on Thoughtseize. If I had a faster hand, I would lead on Duress because it's only spells I care about right this moment. But if my opponent casts like Nomad's Encore or... Oh my goodness. All right. We've got 5 mana, a Fury, and a Fable. I'll take the Fable and hope they don't draw Chalice or some shit. I guess I'm not that worried about Chalice. What I don't want to see is the One Ring or some replacement engine. Tap smashing. Cool. Duress. I'm going to cycle Troll to save myself some damage here. And I will Duress my opponent. Smashing or Eruption. If they want to destroy my lands, that's fine. Killing my creatures might matter at some point. They drew another Fury. Okay, I'll take Smashing. And now I don't even know if Duress will have a target in the future. Uh-oh, they zapped in the Fissure. That means they drew a 3 or 4 drop worth casting. Boomby Zooms. There they are. This is why I held on to Fell the Profane. Soul Spike. That's better than Fell the Profane. Okay, I'm going to play Boggart Trawler tapped. Or I could zap in. No. Boggart Trawler is not going to win me this game. I'm going to play Boggart Bog tapped. And my plan is to spike exiling Cabal Ritual and Duress. Okay, spike this thing, exile the things I said. And now I really need one of those hits. No play from the opponent. March of Wretched Sorrow, okay. I think I should play out the Fellmire, even though they are a deck full of creatures, because I drew a replacement removal spell as long as I have mana to cast it. Like if they ramp out a Fury here, I could just kill it on my own turn. One Ring. Necrodom. All right, cool. Time to convert. I think I'm going to do a conservative Necro here. Maybe for like 7. Because Cellspawn doesn't have Flash. They do play haste creatures and stuff. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go 7 cards. Leave myself at 10. Okay, cool. I am ready to party next turn. And what does that look like? I don't care about Thoughtseize. I have to discard a bunch of these cards now. Because that's how this works. I go to cleanup. And definitely don't want Thoughtseize. March is going to be really good. Shieldred is good. So 3 for Cellspawn, 3/4 for Shieldred. I don't need Cabal Ritual, and I guess I lose one of the marches, and then I just send the full 9 next turn. One ring, you savage. Well, I guess I am pumping the brakes temporarily, because Cellspawn does target, Soul Spike targets. I think I'm just going to put Shieldred into play, and then how many cards do I draw after that? Because they replace themselves. I can gain life this turn from Shieldred. Oh wait, I can spike my Cellspawn. No, it targets. It targets. That's the problem. Not that I can't target my opponent. Target opponent loses life. Ugh. All right. I think I'm just going to put Shieldred into play and draw like 4 cards. Though any card I draw this turn is life that I can draw cards with next turn. This is actually really complicated. It's a lot of fun. Okay. In my end step, I think I'm actually just going to pay 9. I'll just gain as much life as I can here. Set up the biggest next turn with the most perfect hand that I can. Yeah, I don't need all these lands. I'll keep Soul Spike. All right. Clean up, discard, land, duress, land, backup Necro, 1 ring. I don't need 2 Dark Rituals anymore, but non-black cards are the most useless to me. Dark Ritual, is that better than Swamp? Or should I have mana open in my end step? They both... Dark Ritual leads to more mana in my end step, and it's a black card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta lose 1 more of these. I think it's one of the rituals. Okay. Well, here we go. They have a 1 ring into my Shieldred here. So that'll cost them some life. We know they have Fury plus red card. I can assume they'll be able to either get to 5 mana and or pitch 2 Furies this turn. I think they use the Spirit Guide. I don't actually know about that. Bombardiers. They can throw their 1 ring at Shieldred at minimum. Or they could pitch Fury and kill Shieldred with that. Maybe I'm just supposed to Soul Spike this thing actually right now. I should have done that pre-combat if I was going to do it. It's fine. I think I'll make it. Okay. Because Fury only deals 4. The Fury pitched Fury. And I can still gain 4 life if I need to at instant speed if they somehow have come up with 17 damage here. Which I don't think they have. A 4 to Shieldred. My plan is to Cellspawn them out, or else I would have fought over the Shieldred harder. Yeah, they had to throw the Fury at the Shieldred. And now we're doing it. Okay. Dark Ritual. Ancient Cellspawn. Move to the end step and go off. They're literally already dead right now. I don't even have to go to the end step, but I wanna. I don't think they play any cards that could kill a 3/3 at instant speed, especially in game 1, but they will take 11 in response if they try. Necro, I'll pay the max, I guess, 16. Okay, I'm at 1. And Soul Spike you. I could go a lot harder, but I don't need to. Nice. Okay, against Red Prison, Barrowgoyf comes in. I feel like I'm going to bring in Barrowgoyf in most matchups. I'm going to be honest. That just seems like something that's likely to occur. Duress is not that important. I want some hand disruption, I guess, but not that much. Like, their cards are going to be in play. So, all right, there we go. This is not a deck full of tricky cards. Like, Shock Bounce. What's that card called? Dead Gone. That one. Dead Gone's the thing they might have that could clear a Cellspawn temporarily. Turn 1 Barrowgoyf. Gets slowed down significantly by Chalice of the Void, but I have Spike and Sickening Shoal to tempo. Yeah, it's just a tempo Goyf game. Blood Moon doesn't stop me. I can fend off multiple creatures. Volcanic Fissure tapped. Let's get it. Oh well. Or I could just draw a Thoughtseize and take my sweet time here. My small concern that I'm taking my sweet time over is Fury, and they did have it. That's good news. Pyrogoyf, Broadside, Screaming Nemesis. And I could kill all of these cards on arrival, except for Fury. Like, the damage is already done there. Can I get Barrowgoyf over 4? There will be Sorcery, Instant. I'm about to take a creature. That's 3/4. My deck doesn't really put lands in the graveyard. Sorcery, Instant, Creature are the only ones I can guarantee. I could take Blood Moon to put an enchantment there, but I don't care about Blood Moon. That would be a mess to do that. Yeah, I'm going to take Fury. That's the one that counters my strat here. If they try to scream me on turn 1, I'll just kill that somehow. They are coming in screaming. Or no, this just... I always confuse this one with Stigma Lasher, which gives you the emblem when it hits you. This, when it deals damage, it sends that damage elsewhere. So I can just take 3 from this thing for now. The Sickening Shoal will still be in my hand next turn to kill this without triggering it. Cellspawn, what's up? Is that better than Barrogoyf? I don't think so. Oh, hold on. I should do some actual math. Can I just win here? So if I ritual out Cellspawn, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards left in hand. I can't pitch both of these spikes. I can Sickening Shoal for 7. My opponent takes 7. Oh, they're actually dead. That's gross. All right. Alright, I will exile Soul Spike from my hand to give that Nemesis -7/-7, and then I'll 11 ball them. Okay, I'm glad I stopped to do the math. I was about to cast a Barrogoyf like a sucker. Wow, there it is. On to the next round.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the draw in round 3 against an opponent who's very excited. Apparently they've played against Phil and Bryant before, but never played against me. They've completed their Eternal Glory trifecta. Congrats, Ingro Guhum. I've kept my hand slow and steady, the opposite of last game where I won on turn 2. But I like the double disruption. I like the ability to buy some time with Soul Spike, and the One Ring is just one of the dumbest cards you can resolve if you're all in on resolving a single card. Opponent mulled to 5. I wonder if I'm going to get a turn here. If I get a turn, my Thoughtseizes will be insane against a 5-card hand. But if they have the ability to win the game right now, I'm in trouble. Okay. Mull to 5 Boggart Bog. This smells like Oops All Spells to me. How about Oops, put it in the graveyard? What do we say about that? Take that Spy. That's why I went with Thoughtseize instead of Duress, because this is a deck that cares about its creatures more than its spells. Fellmire played. That is not any of the cards I saw. Okay. The Cellspawn, you're in there. Is it even worth it to Duress the Dark Ritual? Probably. Yeah, alright. I'm going to Duress the Dark Ritual and then leave them with 2 MDFCs, and I'll play an MDFC of my own. Okay. They are going to be back up to 4 mana, which means there are a bunch of top decks in their deck that simply delete me, which means I need to get busy winning the game. But there is not a single damn thing I could do about it if they just rip a Balustrade Spy or a Reanimate. I guess I could have played Boggart Trawler that turn, but I am trying to kill them, and Cellspawn is the card in my deck that does that. Alright, Cabal Ritual. I don't like this. Great. Alright, so we just had to fade a 7-outer. Maybe 8 if they play a Reanimate. I did fade a 7-outer for a while, and just couldn't do it. What a delight. Okay. Bring in the Ley Lines. And that's really all I've got. I have Ley Lines and a bunch of discard spells. And a fast combo of my own. They don't search their deck. Sometimes they pivot onto Barrogoyf, but I'm ready for that. Okay, March of Wretched Sorrow. Or no, that one can kill them. Sickening Shoal is completely blank here. And now I just have to go faster. Alright, yeah, here's my deck. I said the One Ring is one of the best cards you can resolve if you're all in on a single card, but my opponent taught me all about how that's not true when Balustrade Spy is something you could draw. Okay, I could turn 1 Necro, which doesn't actually do anything or stop them. I could Thoughtseize them into turn 2 Necro with a mana up. I could turn 2 One Ring. Alright, I guess I'm going to Thoughtseize them and hope it's good enough. Thoughtseize you. Okay, they are on a creature pivot. Barragoyf, Unstoppable Slasher, Dothy Voidwalker are all over here. What would they even name with Cabal Therapy? Do I need to respect that? I could take this Fel the Profane and try to stuff their mana. I think that's my best play. Right, are they going to just name Cabal or Dark Ritual in the blind? What's the follow-up here? What do you think my deck does? You saw Cellspawn, Necrodominance. Well, great name. But I have 2 engines here. Okay. Dark Ritual, 1 ring. Drew a Fel the Profane of my own. Did they draw mana? They did not. Okay. 1 ring. Keep it coming. Load me up. Just playing Drago here. I can cast a Leyline at this point, which does not seem to be what their deck's about, but I would still deploy if I find one. Necrodominance. That's the card they took. At 1 ring. What can you do for me here? Thoughtseize, Boggart Bog. I could Thoughtseize, then just play a Boggart and play Tempo here. I Thoughtseize you. Spirit Guide, Poxwalkers, Voidwalker, multiple Unstoppable Slashers. Right, I'm going to take Poxwalkers and then just cast Boggart Trawler. Slow and steady here. Why do anything crazy? I don't have to. I go to 10. Dark Ritual, always welcome. Here's some bangers. Let's go, let's go. All right, I'll attack first, and then I will delete my opponent. Dark Ritual, Cellspawn, Spike ya, and Spike ya. Not even going to play the Necrodom. You don't need to know about that. Okay, now I think after seeing their creature plan fail catastrophically and no graveyard hate out of me, they will be back on oopsing, which means I have to mulligan a lot harder. I kept on the strength of Thoughtseize. I'm basically going to need a Leyline here. Okay, here we go. And if they're still on the creature plan, I'm fine with that because my deck is just fundamentally good versus creatures. We did it, team. I have literally everything I would ever want. Gonna keep. I have the Necro, I have the Spawn, I have both forms of disruption that my deck plays. Cabal Therapy naming Dark Ritual, and then a turn 2 creature. Or like Cabal Therapy naming Dark Ritual, follow up Lotus Dark Ritual threat would be pretty good against me. That's a pretty specific sequence, and my opponent is down to 5 cards already. Leyline's in. What do those 5 cards do? Felmire. Thoughtseize. Well, now they don't have to guess right. They could just take Dark Ritual if they want to slow the game down. Or they could take Necro if they think they can push through Cellspawn by itself. They could take Duress if they're going to have a second wave of combo. Like if they can clear the Leyline and win, or if they have a Belcher pivot. What they take here will basically tell me what their plan is. Took the Necro. They end up getting unmasked. All right. Well, we're going to lose the Cellspawn too, and then just be in a top deck party. And look at this, Balustrade Spy. They were back on it. I'm just going to Duress. This might be an MDFC or just like a Lotus Petal or some shit. It's Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay, that's fine. Now I know. Perfect info for life. But they did do a good job putting me in the garbage here. Or temporarily they did. How about I cast a Shieldred? I've drawn 2 cards since the last time they saw my hand, and it was the second ritual and the threat. Now I feel like I'm miles ahead. I felt ahead, but not great about it until I drew the Shieldred. Now I feel a million miles ahead, and I'm driving. The opponent's going to be at 9 after this combat already. Now they're at 7. The Barragoyf would stabilize here. It would be 4/5, big enough to survive a Tango with Shieldred. You could march it, though, and just trade off, but it would gain a bunch of life. And we got a very sweet GG's in the chat. Cool. All right, on to the next round. That was some white knuckle magic.
The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
Good. All right, here we go, gang.
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release. the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit, The Resleevables has it at youtube.com/theresleevables.
I'm on the draw in round 4 with a hand that doesn't make any mana. No MDFCs here. Always got to check. The no landers might actually be landers. Well, this looks really good. I'm going to keep this and put either Troll or Thoughtseize to the bottom. I think I'm going to put Troll to the bottom. Or if they Thoughtseize me, they're going to take Necro, not Thoughtseize. Okay, I will bottom one of the Thoughtseizes. Just in case I get Thoughtseized, if I was on the play, I would bottom Troll. Maybe it just doesn't even matter. I don't know. Grim Monolith. I'm glad that wasn't Chalice of the Void. But let's see what happens here. Another Ritual. Okay, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize is how I'm starting this. I could have just cast Troll of Khazad-dûm and passed the turn. Alright. I'm glad I didn't do that. Transmute Artifact is the only card in this hand that does anything. I will take that. Yeah, take the Transmute, and then Cabal Writ is not getting better. Necrodom, and I'll go to my end step and probably draw 10. Just try to set up a win for next turn. Okay, Spike, 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 Duress, Duress. Well, there's no Cellspawn here, so I guess I'm just spiking. Spike ya, pitch some Rituals, spike you, pitch some Duresses, and then spike you, pitch Necro and Troll. Sure. Alright, didn't have to discard any cards. Just put my opponent to 8. That doesn't mean I have to play another whole turn cycle, though. And if my opponent draws a Coveted Jewel, I lose. Chrome Mox, dangerous. There's the artifact. I don't get a draw step. I do get a land. And I guess I'll send it for another 10. There's a spawn. Okay, 2 spawns. Alright, no instants to cast. Alright, clean up. I'm going to discard Swamp, Swamp. I'm keeping the spawns. I'm keeping 1 March of Wretched Sorrow. I don't need Sickening Shoal, Boggart Trawler, this other Swamp, Shieldred. I gotta lose 1 more of these. I guess it's one of the marches. Okay, here we go. I have the win next turn, but they are a Force of Will deck and they're a combo deck. I gotta fade those 2 things. But Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize gets me through one of them. Soporific Springs. That's something we did not know about. So there's 2 Phyrexian Metamorphs and an Unknown in the grip. Zapping that in is scary. Oh no, what is this? No! We're going to be a turn short. Alright, well, they're going to draw at least 9 cards here. And I have to hope that whiffs somehow. Nightmare scenario. I guess, like, if I'm just supposed to pay 15 on that first Necrodominance, then this wouldn't happen. I had a chance to go harder than I did, and I stopped. Maybe knowing it's a combo deck, I'm just supposed to draw 15 or 17 cards instead of 10. Fair enough. They do have to win this turn, though. Oh, man. Yeah, they found a copy artifact, another transmute. Haven't even used the Metamorphs yet. There's still 9 cards coming from this spot that we're in right now. Paradox Engine. Well, that makes it easy. Metamorph untaps everything. They should be able to easily cast their deck from here. And there was one window there where if I had a Soul Spike, it could have won. But unfortunately, I didn't. The One Ring. Okay, I officially can't win. They're going to draw their deck. I already, was dead, but I was definitely dead at that point. I like Bowmaster. Strong consideration for Oppo. We saw Transmute Artifact being half their engine. And once again, Sickening Shoal. I am sickened by the inclusion of that card in the league that we're playing. All the discards required, all the payoffs required. March of Wretched Sorrow is kind of one of my endgame blasts, but if I'm bringing in 7 cards that do something different, maybe I can live with fewer of those against this largely creatureless deck. That makes sense to me. Turn 1 Bowmaster or turn 2 One Ring, I will keep this. I would prefer a Thoughtseize, but I'm not going to mulligan any hand that has some sort of plan. And Bowmaster is not a slam dunk auto win against this deck because they play all the metamorphs and they can metamorph copy Bowmaster, which kills Bowmaster. Monolith. Ooh, okay. The second Dark Ritual is pretty exciting because now I can play Bowmaster and One Ring this turn. Dark Rit, One Ring. I'm going to draw first, and unfortunately, I don't get to bank this as a surprise, just have to deploy the Bowmaster, which, if they copy, will make my One Ring pretty awkward, but I can Soul Spike them back if I find a black card. And if they spend a Metamorph on Bowmaster, it's a Metamorph that's not going to be a coveted jewel. Float mana, Soporific Springs. This is jewel mana. Metamorph. Do they want a One Ring or do they want a Bowmaster? They want a Bowmaster. Yep. Okay, that's happened. They did lose City of Traders and tap their Monolith to get this far. What's the follow-up? It's a second. Oh, God. Oh, no, and I'm a mana short. They might just copy One Ring at this point. Okay, good. I was worried about them copying Bowmaster and having two of those, but One Ring makes way more sense. Because this Bowmaster is an artifact. Okay. Insano Stupid Magic begins now. Fell the Profane. How much do I care about their Orc Army token? Because I could just tap the One Ring first, see where we end up. Or I could Soul Spike their Bowmaster. I'm going to draw first. I don't actually care about their Orc Army. Opposition Agent. Interesting. They're ignoring my Orc and just going face with this. I will pass the turn. I can Oppo and Soul Spike. Spike can go face. Please just shove Transmute Artifact here. I don't ask for much. There goes the ring. Just gotta let that resolve. Monolith. I don't see double blue accessible to them. Stock up. Alright, sweet. That does not draw cards. That looks at 5. I think it's the first time I've played against this on the channel. Maybe. I'm recording this well in advance, so that might not be true by the time we've seen it, but I'm recording this when Aether Drift has been out for about a week and a half. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 2 into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. This card makes a ton of sense in decks that are really good at making mana and then not so good at spending that mana. And a deck like Jewel Combo makes perfect sense for that. Vintage Paradoxical Outcome makes sense for that. Lotus Petal. And we're just going into combat. Okay, I think in the end step I'm going to spike their Bowmaster. I would really like to draw cards next turn. And if this flushes out Force of Will, I'll take it. Okay, that's dead. I'm going to flash in the Oppo. I'm just going to put my material into play right now so this mana doesn't go to waste. Thoughtseize. I like that one. Draw some cards. Okay, I like it so much I get another one. Thoughtseize you. Let me see that 6-card hand with the One Ring still involved. I hope I see 4 Transmute Artifacts in the hand. Force of Negation, pitching Transmute Artifact. Oh no, I turned on the goods. Thoughtseize you again. I would have preferred to play Boggart Trawler here, but if they're willing to go 2 for 1 on a Thoughtseize, I'd like another look. Oh wow, alright. Whatever's in that hand, they are excited about protecting it. I think they would block with Orc Army, but I don't really want that to happen, so I'm not going to attack with Oppo. They went to their turn, drew 3 cards. I got 2 2-for-1s last turn, and I'm still 4 cards behind their hand. But I've got my One Ring going too. Stock up, still stocking. Stonks. Okay, they stocked up and passed the turn. Dark Ritual. My turn to draw 4. Ooh, what a thrill. Okay, Swamp. I'm just going to go for a Necrodom. I hope they force it because I have another one. My Hymn to Turok worked. They forced Necro, Dark Ritual, Necro. I don't even know if this is good or how I'm supposed to use it here, but off we go. I guess Dark Ritualing into Bowmaster is live, but I only have 1 ritual left in the deck right now. Okay, end step. I have to respect my ring as well. If I take 8 cards, I go to 8, then I go to 4. Yeah, I'll take 8 cards. I really want to win next turn without losing right now. I can spike my opponent, pitch, Boggart Trawler, and one of these Thoughtseizes. Or I don't think this Oppo matters anymore. All right, Auger Trawler Oppo pitched. Put some damage on them, I suppose, and then just go to discard. Swamp, swamp. Do I want a replacement ring? Nope. Hero ball. Hero time. Tapping your ring. 10 cards in hand. 4 life remains. They've drawn 26 cards out of their deck, and they've seen the bottom 6 cards as well, because they've stocked up twice. Now, they've seen more than half the deck. They just need a jewel to kick it off here. Grim Monolith. Another city. 6 mana represented. There it is. I have no response to this. Copy. I don't think I'm winning. There were 3 soul spikes still in my deck when my Necro triggered. They were dead to 2 of them, but I'm dead to my ring. Yeah, I think maybe I'm just being too big of a wuss on Necro. This is 2 rounds, or this is 2 games in the same set where it mattered. I think I'm supposed to just go to 5, which is functionally 1 because of the ring, and see as many cards as I can. Because hitting that last Dark Ritual into a Bowmaster matters, hitting a second Soul Spike wins the game. 5 mana in the pool now. And losing 2 life. Dismembering Oppo. Oh man, so it did matter. It did matter. Well, they're down to 2, which means they can't cast any more Phyrexian spells this game. They probably don't need them. If they just get Engine here, they win. If they need to keep digging with Jewel, I still have a chance. Alright, Jewel is going. I'm actually going to make them play this all the way out, unless they remove their own ring. Because I don't actually know how this deck wins right now, and there have been builds in the past that win with Emrakul, which the ring would kill them if Emrakul is their win con. I don't know. I'm going to play it out till I see an actual win. Stock up. Wow, they still need cards somehow. A 12-card hand, not enough. Lotus Petal. Yeah, that Oppo was holding the floodgates back for real. There's the Engine. All right, now I'm going to F6 and see what their actual win condition is. And they should be able to either pick up or replace their One Ring pretty trivially. There's 13 mana in the pool. Coveted Jewel. Okay, forgetting to clear the ring or accidentally decking yourself are my lines here. If their win is like Karn for Walking Ballista, none of that matters. Okay, there's Emrakul. I was right about that part. Unfortunately, 16 cards in their hand, they could make it 22 if they want. Any copy artifact, metamorph, or redundant One Ring will do it. All right, they found the line. GG. Okay, so I just didn't push hard enough on Necro in both of these games. Either not enough respect for the matchup in game 1, or not enough swing to my outs. I identified my outs, or things that would be nice, but I didn't quite do everything I could to find them in this game. Okay, yeah. Good to know. If I played this again in the same matchup, I would do things a little more aggressively. On to the final round. The BoshNRoll channel is brought to you by Tales of Adventure. DOAMagic.com has almost 100,000 unique cards in stock. They offer free track shipping on every order, plus next day or 2-day options when you have an event coming up fast. They offer on-site pickup at major Magic events throughout the US, so you're never scrambling before your tournament. Stop by their booth to buy, sell, or trade at upcoming regional championships, Magic Con, Spotlight Series, and more. I love their selection of individually scanned high-end cards that show you exactly what you're buying. And the best part is saving 5% on every order with promo code BOSH. From Ancestral Recall to Zombie Master, get what you need quickly and in one place at TOAMagic.com. Eternal lives here. I'm on the draw for the final round, positive record on the line. This hand seems pretty bad. I like the Thoughtseize, but then we're not really going anywhere. I'm going to mulligan. This one has a quick line to the Necro. I'm going to bottom a Trawler and go with this. I'd love to draw one of my Duresses this turn. Windswept Teeth. What a relief. So maybe Nadu, maybe some sort of depths or land strategy. Oh. Well, it's a lot better in play than it is in my hand. Necro. It resolved. End step. Now the tricky question that I haven't gotten right yet. How many do I draw? I think I'm going to go 15. I'm going to try to go like actual completely bananas. Respect the send. I did find a spike. Exile the redundant Necro. I don't think I'm going to cast Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize and Necro exiled. And that's the only one of those I got. So now I actually have to clean up. Discard 11 cards. Obviously keeping Spawn. Keeping Dark Ritual to cast Spawn. Those are locked. Discard a bunch of random junk that I'm definitely not going to need. I don't think I want the One Ring. I don't think I need Shouldred. But right now, or I don't need another Necro. That's easy. Spawn, Shoal, Land, Shouldred, Ritual. I guess I dump the Shoal. Or I dump the Shouldred. Shouldred. Okay. Hope this was right. See what the opponent's working with. If they reveal they were a Bant deck the whole time. Oh no, they milled a Maze of Ith. This is lands. Sphere of Resistance, that makes life worse. Considerably. Oh no, that actually sucks a lot. Okay, well, now I have to draw more mana in order to play the game. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4? I'll try 4. Alright, Soul Spike. Pay 1, exile the 2 Shoals. I don't think they're going to have creatures anymore. And I have not actually solved my problem of needing mana. I would kind of love it if they Besaju'd me, honestly. Cycling Tranquil Thicket. We got some proper Life from the Loam gaming over there. Just drawing a card. They're digging. And have not found yet. They're stuck under their sphere too. Don't get a draw step. Move to my end step. I guess I'll pay 5 again. Okay. I'm stuck, but I at least found lands. Ring, Necro, Cabal Ritual's useless. How many of these swamps do I actually want? Maybe all of them? Yeah, I don't think this game's going to come down to Boggart Trawling. Because getting Cellspawn into play lets me attack, and they're down to 11 already. Cellspawns do affect each other. They are horrors. Wasteland won't find a home here. Life from the Loam picked up 3 lands, left the Maze of Ith, but they don't know that matters, and it won't matter until next turn. And by then, they will know it matters. Okay. Dark Ritual, Cellspawn. And then I will go to 1 on this Necro, shoot my last shot. Die to Punishing Fire. I'm ready. I'm at 1 life. I drew another Spawn. I can chain spawns together. I have enough creatures to attack. If they could stabilize the creature game, there's the Maze of Ith, but it would cost them their whole turn to deploy that. Riftstone Portal doesn't really do anything for them here. And I could take a turn off Boggart Trawling the Loam out of their graveyard. I think that's worth doing. Picked up Maze of Ith. And I'm going to attack before I play the Boggart, or before I play any cards, because they do have the Cycle Land in their hand that they can recover their Loam with, if I don't make them spend the mana. Attack. Untapped me. Boggart Trawler. Slurp up that Loam. Turn off the Riftstone Portal. Add a 3-power creature to the board. And I'm going to politely decline my Necro trigger. Believe it or not. Urza's Saga. That will be a problem. Long term. Do they have anything else going on? Cycled Thicket. I can put them to 5 this turn. And then question mark, lose. I guess is the answer. Attack. Or I'll have a bunch of creatures, so they need to survive another turn here. And my 3/3s will be bigger than their creatures. Because this spawn costs 3 because of the first spawn. Then the last spawn... Hold on. Whenever you cast a spell. Alright, did my opponent take damage there? I didn't even see. Okay, I guess they did. Alright, here we go. They're at 5, and I do have a lethal attack even through Maze and a single blocker. Can we get there for Xaxes? If they simply draw a second Maze of Ith, I can't win. Here it is, moment of truth. One of us loses. And it takes 2 of their 3 mana to make the Saga construct, and they're under their own sphere. Exploration. That's good, but it might be too late. They need tech lands. They can't just have mana. 2 Thespian Stages. I don't think that's it. Like a crop rotation still plays? Oh my... Wow! What a perfect game that was. Every card down to 1 life, can't draw any more cards, win by exactly 1 turn. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, playing against lands with Sphere of Resistance in it. Sphere of Resistance, major cramping of the style for the combo side of my deck. I'm going to go 5 for 5 on boarding out Sickening Shoal as fast as possible. It was just the league. I'm not saying that card is bad. It's just, we have basically not played against a creature deck yet, except for the Oops player who boarded into it once. Do I want Oppo, and if so, how many? Crop Rotation, Fetch Lands, Saga. Yeah, I do want Oppo. March is one of my win cons. Shieldred's a win con. How much discard do I actually need? I'm on the draw, so I can't even, like, clip a Sphere or Crop Rotation or Exploration. I'm boarding in a bunch of creatures, so I don't care about Force of Vigor kind of things. Yeah, I think -3 Duress, +3 Oppo makes sense. I'll leave the Thoughtseize alone, and I just won't bring in the 4th Oppo. This hand's pretty slow and bad. I'm going to mulligan. This hand is a bit better. I'm going to keep this and bottom, I think, one of the Trawlers. If you're completely resigned to playing a slow game, bottoming Cabal Ritual would be fine. I haven't quite given up on that yet. Alright, well, now Cabal Ritual is blank until I have Threshold. Cellspawn. I'm going to hold back on Boggart Trawler, because they are a Wasteland deck, they're a Life from the Loam deck, and they're a Graveyard deck. Do they have the Loam? Do they have an engine immediately? Deafening Silence, okay. Well, Cabal Ritual looks even worse now, but I can ritual out creatures, theoretically. I personally literally can't, but somebody could in a game of Magic. They do have the Loam, Wasteland in hand. That means Boggart Trawler is never going to be a land. There's not even really a useful sequence of draws here. I need just basic lands, runner, 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 runner. Yeah, I'll just pass the turn. I'm not playing out this land that's just going to get wasted into their Loam engine. Loam milled 3 artifacts. No lands in there. Got the no value Loam just to have something to do next turn. The One Ring. Okay, I'm going to go to discard and just discard Necrodominance, I think. So if I resolve Necro, that does let me dig. This Cabal Ritual, if I get to Threshold, could dump out some Stellar Spawns. I'm going to discard March of Wretched Sorrow. I'm off it. The slow grind towards Threshold. Oh god, they found Urza Saga. I will probably take 1 more draw than concede. These hooks are in, team. Alright, yeah. I just literally can't get over the Sphere of Resistance. Okay. I think I want my Duresses back in for game 3. And apparently this big Duress is just going to be here now. Maybe I don't want this many Duresses. I mean, Barrogoyf would have soloed that game if I just had, like, a creature instead of what I did have. Maybe a Cabal Ritual is just bad if they're going to have both Deafening Silence and Sphere of Resistance. That gets me an Oppo in here, and I guess the last Duress still makes the cut. Okay, here we go. Let's hope this big Duress goes away soon. Okay, pretty powerful opening hand. I will keep it. It does have to work. This is a turn 1 One Ring with a Duress along the way. Yeah, if you're not going to keep this, what are you doing? And Dark Ritual is just such a sick Magic card. I love playing with Dark Ritual. Especially in decks where it's medium fair. Duress you. What you got over there? Ancient Tomb, Dark Depths, Tranquil Thicket, Urza Saga. Okay, took Mox Diamond. Dark Ritual. And I'll just deploy the One Ring and hope that it outmuscles this accelerated Urza Saga that my opponent's got going. There's a Barrogoyf, no mana to do anything yet. But I'm drawing 3 cards before that's a problem. Saga, they're just going for that. It's probably the right call. Can I cast Barrogoyf this turn? It's a lot harder without Cabal Ritual in my deck. I'm down to 2 Dark Rituals that would help me in that regard. Another ring. Mana. Just give me some mana. Give me a land to drop, and we'll be okay. Okay. I'll take it. I have to keep up with this Saga. This raw Urza Saga. Thespian Stage. Okay. They're pivoting onto Depths. Dude, I don't play any Edicts. What's my plan here? I guess I have to combo them off. but that could happen. I do have Cellspawn in my hand. All right, One Ring. Let's go. No mana? Really, deck? That was so many draws to miss on. I think I should save the Soul Spike and just go to discard. The Oppo's here. It's all here. All right, what am I doing? If I find a land next turn, I can Cellspawn, Soul Spike. All right, yeah, I'm going to clean up and discard Barrogoyf and Oppo. Do they have a Pithing Needle in the package? Are they going to main phase this Dark Depths? What's the plan? Oh, discarded Riftstone Portal. They did it all. The dream is alive. This also holds up Boseiju, which can kill Cellspawn, but that doesn't matter unless I go in on Necro. Okay, yep, they're just main phasing this interaction. Oh, okay, yeah, Boseiju is up. So I need a Dark Ritual here or 2 Soul Spikes to survive at 1. Yeah, feeling silly for boarding out those Cabal rituals the way that this game played out. Duress, not it. All right, deck, come on. Swamp, swamp. Yeah, there's no help here. I have to just march this Merit Lage for a bunch to stay alive. I'm at 14. I'm going to take 4 in my next upkeep. So I have to survive 24 damage. So I have to go to 25, which means I have to march for 11. That can be done. Do I need to duress this opponent? I know 3 other cards. No, I don't think so. All right. I'm just going to do this all now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or these are worth 2 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then I need a big One Ring next turn. Or I can start chaining One Rings to buy time. All right. Right, X equals 12. Deal 12, gain 12. Okay, I'm about to take 24 damage. I go to 2. And now I have to obnoxiously time walk my opponent multiple times until I can string together the Cellspawn. Let's do it. Ancient Tomb's in play now. Shadow Spear. Oh my god. I'm glad I put the extra point. I almost stopped at 11, but this extra point would have killed me. So I'm going to 1 now. And they're at 39. That's going to be a lot harder to beat them. Oy, oy, oy. Well, there's the Dark Ritual I needed last turn. Thanks for showing up. One Ring, activate, Swamp. All right, what's the plan here? It's probably just play another Ring, discard to hand size. Fresh Ring. I have to discard 2 cards. It'll be Thoughtseize and probably Swamp, even though I actually do want mana. No, it's going to be Oppo. Thoughtseize and Oppo. Thoughtseize, Oppo. I do have all 4 rings, so I can time walk a lot here. Well, I think if they had that card last turn, they would have played it. So now everything is worse. The Shadow Spear into Sphere of Resistance, such a beating. I think I could have tangled with one of those 2 things. And now instead of deploying Cellspawn and One Ring next turn, it's just One Ring. Glad I kept the Swamp, though. Feeling good about that. I lose 0 life. Shieldred. She's not helpful yet. Draw a card. Another Thoughtseize. Sweet. One Ring. It's actually insane how just having a Shieldred's Edict in my deck would win this game on the spot. Like, no questions asked. It's over. If I can clear this Merit Lage, even at 1, it's fine. But I don't have anything like that. Nothing that could remove a creature from play. Okay, this is the last turn I get to tread water. Okay, another Cellspawn. I'll draw with the Ring. March of Wretched Sorrow. Does that? Nope, not from 37. I was about to say, does that do enough? But silly me. How could it ever? Okay, by Dark Ritual, I think I have to spend a Dark Ritual here. It sucks, but I believe it's necessary because I have to Soul Spike now so I can draw more cards with the Ring. Ring. That's all of them. You're safe, opponent. And then I guess I should draw the card now because I still have a land drop. That wasn't it. Okay, spike my opponent. Exile Thoughtseize and Necro. I think the party's over. This would have been an exciting conclusion, except Sphere of Resistance showed up. Okay, they gave my ring not indestructible anymore. So I don't get to draw more cards. I do get another land. I'm not sure what's more useful here. The Vishaju's gone, which means Cellspawn will stick if I deploy it. Drawn with Horizon Canopy. I am still protected even though the ring's gone. And a swamp. Alright, well, I can't win. I can play the Cellspawn. And I could play a second Cellspawn and then die. I could march for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 12, deal 6 to my opponent, and then lose. Yep. That'll do it. Sphere of Resistance versus my all-in Dark Ritual deck. Brutal. Okay, this deck was a lot of fun. I can see the strength of it. I also, for sure, didn't have the reps to know how hard to push on Necro in a couple spots. Like maybe I know I didn't push hard enough versus the Jewel matchup, and then maybe I pushed too hard versus the Lands matchup. I did end up winning just barely at 1 life with no cards in my hand, using every card that I had. So maybe I did it perfectly, or maybe that's just wrong. We got a turn 2 win, though. That did happen this league. We pivoted onto creatures. We got slow wins. We got fast wins. We got slow losses. We got fast losses. Just trading it back and forth. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad Ancient Cellspawn is seeing play somewhere. This was something that when Duskmourn came out, people were chatting about a little bit. I played it at least once on the channel. Excited to revisit it. Crom, congrats on your tournament win in the Austrian Legacy League. Thanks for sharing your deck with us. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.